Welcome to the Haunting Hour. Tonight's narrative delves into a tale steeped in mystery and fear, centered around a phenomenon known as the Fog of Hollow Shore. This story serves as a reminder of how legends can shape our understanding of the world around us. Let's begin. Evelyn, a travel photographer, set out for what she thought would be an ordinary evening after documenting an abandoned lighthouse. The lighthouse, a relic of maritime history, had long been a subject of fascination for photographers and historians alike. As she packed her gear, she noticed an unusual fog rolling in, thicker and faster than typical coastal fog. The locals had warned her about the Fog of Hollow Shore, a legend that spoke of strange occurrences and eerie whispers that accompanied the fog. However, Evelyn dismissed these tales as mere folklore, believing they were exaggerated stories meant to entertain tourists. As she made her way to her car, she heard a faint whisper cutting through the stillness. "Help me." This unsettling moment caused her heart to race. She paused, looking around, but found no one in sight. The lighthouse loomed ominously behind her, shrouded in mist. Feeling a sense of unease, she chalked it up to exhaustion and drove toward her hotel, unaware that the fog was following her, creeping closer with each passing moment. Later that night, while reviewing her photos in the dim light of her hotel room, Evelyn noticed something peculiar. One image captured a tall, gaunt figure wrapped in a tattered cloak, barely discernible in the fog. Despite feeling a chill run down her spine, she convinced herself it was just a trick of the light, a mere shadow that her camera had picked up. Suddenly, a loud knock echoed through her hotel room, startling her. It was midnight. Cautiously, she approached the door, her heart pounding in her chest, and peered through the peephole. To her surprise, there was no one outside. The hallway was empty, shrouded in the same oppressive fog that had followed her. Hesitant but curious, she opened the door, and the fog surged into her room, swirling around her like it had a life of its own. In the center of the room, the fog began to take shape, forming a silhouette with hollow, glowing eyes. The figure spoke in a voice that sent chills down her spine. "You took something that doesn't belong to you." But, startled, Evelyn grabbed her camera and the photo she had taken. "What do you mean?" she stammered, her voice trembling. The figure pointed to the photo, its gaze piercing. "You must return it to the lighthouse before dawn, or the fog will take you too." "But?" Evelyn felt a surge of fear, but also a sense of urgency. Without wasting a second, she drove back to the lighthouse, the fog clinging to her car like a second skin. The road was treacherous, with visibility dwindling as the fog thickened around her. Inside the lighthouse, the air was icy, and the walls seemed to close in around her, amplifying her sense of dread. She placed the photo on a cracked wooden table at the center of the room. As soon as she did, the whispers that had haunted her ceased, and the fog began to retreat, as if acknowledging her act of restitution. But then, she saw him, the man from the photo, standing at the top of the lighthouse stairs. He smiled, a cold, menacing grin that sent shivers down her spine. "You've saved yourself, but someone else will come. The fog always returns," he warned, his voice echoing in the stillness. Evelyn left the town the next morning, vowing never to return. The experience had left her shaken, and she felt a lingering sense of dread. However, the fog had left its mark on her. Upon returning home, she discovered that her camera, which she had abandoned at the lighthouse, somehow reappeared in her bag. Inside, there was a new photo, one she hadn't taken. In this eerie image, Evelyn stood in the fog, her eyes glowing faintly, as if the fog had claimed a part of her. The fog may have allowed her to leave, but it never truly releases those it chooses. For anyone who finds themselves near Hollow Shore, if the fog begins to roll in, it's crucial to heed this warning. Stay away, or risk becoming its next echo. The legends of the Fog of Hollow Shore serve as a cautionary tale, reminding us of the mysteries that linger in the shadows and the stories that shape our understanding of the world. This concludes tonight's episode of The Haunting Hour. If this story intrigued you, please like and share it with others interested in tales of mystery and the supernatural. Don't forget to subscribe for more informative stories that explore the unknown. Until next time, stay safe and be cautious of the fog.